ankles before you.
I didn't think I was going to get it together either. Like after that, like I was dizzy, and then I had to dive down 12 feet and pick up a big weight off the bottom of the pool.
Really? That was part of it?
Yeah, that was part of it.
In case somebody sinks to the bottom, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, and that sucked too because that was right after I finished the 200 yards, so I can't breathe already. And they're like, "All right, hold your breath and go down and get this weight." And it wouldn't like dive in; like you have to be there treading water and then go down and get it.
It's only 12 feet.
Yeah, but 12 feet after 200 yards is a lot of feet.
How heavy was the weight?
I think like 35 pounds.
Oh,
Of course, in water, 35 pounds isn't that much. So.
Wait, why isn't it that much in water? It doesn't make any difference. Unless it's
It didn't feel that heavy when I picked
what was
it
it?
up.
What was it made of?
Was
it a buoyant material?
Honestly, I don't. It was black.
It was black.
What
was it made of? It was made of black.
It was made of black. That's all I know, dude. At this point in time, after that, God bless this one girl in my group could not get the damn weight off the bottom, so I got to break for a minute, and I was just sitting there like, catching my breath. Like, don't let me die. All I got to do is pass this, and I can give swimming lessons. Which I do give swimming lessons.
Nice.
But everybody listens. Not one person around here that could take swimming lessons from me.
I like your explanation of why you're wearing a T-shirt in the photograph.
Dude, kid scratch.
Do you give a lot of swimming lessons?
I do.
Yep.
I'm really good at it. Like I did the classes and everything, got certified for it all.
You tell people how to swim.
Yeah, I teach them how to swim. And like in the very first class, I just wore my bathing suit, because that's what you do. You're in a pool. First damn kid, scared of water, scratches me off.
Let me out of the water!
So from that moment on, it's like, boom, we're wearing long sleeve shirts, a hat, can't pull my hair. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I learned a very valuable lesson that day. Get out of the pool before you drown the kid.
You teach them to swim or drown.
Drowning an old lady is one thing. Drowning a kid is a whole different story.
People frown on that just a little bit more.
They frown on that a little more.
Well, it depends. It's kids. So.
Depends. That's the underwear that the old lady was wearing.
Yeah.
Helps them float, right?
No, it
apparently not.
Well, it was great because one girl that I gave lessons to, I gave more lessons to her than anybody. Well, later on that summer, fell in a lake. Yeah, that's the best commercial I ever got.
So she knows how to swim?
Yep.
Gets out of it. Yeah.
Her mom wrote a big thank you and how people should do it because of my lessons. That girl did not drown.
Because
Wow.
your mother says she survived only because she went to you for lessons.
Exactly.
You are some kind of hero.
Yeah, and you're some kind of monster.
I am.
No, but, we don't have much time left, so let's talk a little bit more about you, Dig for Mary. We got Rocket on the America coming up soon, which you could probably have a little insight on that. Dan's about to hit the road. He's going to travel the country looking for the new sound in music.
It's time. It's time for a new sound to turn up.
Well,
And
I would agree with that.
I think it's out there. I think it's already happening. But I'd like to find it. I'd be curious what you think the new sound's going to be like.
Without hearing,
Somebody actually playing it.
right, I would hate to to speculate like, well, it should sound like this or it should sound like that. I mean, I think the new thing, it's probably going to be something that we can't really imagine. It probably could only come from the minds of the people who created it.
Yep.
Probably even somewhat accidentally.
Almost certainly it's going to be a large part of accidental.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's something out there that's happening, and you've got so much stress in the economy and war going on, all that stuff, that it's a breeding ground for the new sound.
Well, and the music scene is so stagnant, and
Yes.
everything is just the same, and everybody. I mean, it's time. It is. And someone out there is pissed off enough that. I mean, it's time.
See, I agree with you. I think it's because people get pissed off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Because
And they grow resentful of what's going on and what's shoved in their faces and what's, you're supposed to like this. This is what everybody else likes, and so you like it too. Well, no, I don't.
I'm tired of this. I want my own sound.
I'm sick of this shit. I'm taking total advantage of my power to say shit.
Any reason to say shit on air. It is nice that you can get away with that now, right?
That is some good shit.
No, it's going to be great because Rocket's going to hit the road searching this new sound. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to come out of Scott County. It's going to bluff it.
It is
going to
very
drive away
likely.
It might. There's a lot of frustration and a lot of...
There's a lot musicians.
Of talent and a lot of venting to do in this place.
See, I think Scott County is one of those magic places with music that you don't get every place.
Yeah.
It's just one of those...
It's because there's no... scene here. I know the listeners can't see me doing the finger quotes when I say the word scene, but that's what it is. And people are not following each other, and people are not like, oh, look at what these guys are doing, so let's do that too. There's a very strong sense of self that comes from people who come from a place like this.
Yes.
Because there's not a lot of outside influence. When you live in the woods, I mean, your friends are squirrels and raccoons. Mine are. I don't know about everybody else.
You might need to broaden your influence just a little bit.
Camels.
Yeah, well, that's my friend too.
But I think you're absolutely right. I think places like this, the few that there are, you're absolutely right. There's a strong sense of self. There's musicianship because people practice because they want to. And there's groups getting together to practice because for a large part, that's all there really is to do around here.
Yeah, and there's absolutely no promise of anything beyond just the satisfaction of playing music.
Yeah, it's not for the money because there ain't any money.
Because there ain't no money.
Yeah. But there's every place you go around here, there's somebody who can play and plays beautifully. There's really great musicianship here. And there are a few places like that, but they're scattered. Oddly enough, my mother came from one of those places. It's in New York State, but it is very much like here in terms of the mountains and everything. So maybe it's the mountains help you make music. I don't know, but it is truly something that is going to, I think it may already be out there, but it's going to come on the scene in the next year or 2 years.
I think it is. It's got to be out there in spades. And there's more than just one. It's just a matter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a matter of just finding one.
It isn't really the sound because there are so many different sounds coming out there. But you're right. It's there. I think people are doing it now. And
you can follow Rocket as he tries to find them on
That's right.
Rocket on America.
Yep, coming soon.
That was a really good promo for that show. Like, that should be the whole promo is your two conversation. Like, that should just be your promo for the show. In fact, look at that. Now you have a co-host for Rocket on America.
I do.
Right on.
Look at that. Everything's coming together today. I'm going to go get a Powerball ticket. I will do that. And then if it works out, kiss my ass. You shits can eat it later.
You're out of here, gone to Florida. Yep.
With his new friends.
450 million. I'll be in Antigua.
Not hanging out with the raccoons and squirrels and
I'll be hanging out.
Somehow camels.
I'll go find me a trend down by the ocean.
I got a raccoon around my house, by the way.
I was just telling my girlfriend earlier, I used to have a skunk.
Oh,
I did.
Lordy.
Like that's
what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought at first too. Like, oh, I got a skunk, but he was actually a real nice guy.
As long as they're not squirting, they're fine.
He never once, even made any kind of gestures like he was going to, stink me up. So I was cool to him. He was cool to me.
And then there was that very last day that you knew each other, where he finally did it and you killed him.
I can't believe we're actually talking about this because that's been over 10 years ago, and I was literally just telling my girlfriend about this like earlier today.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Cool.
His name was Ugly.
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 Well, that'll boost his confidence.
Right. He was adorable, actually.
Well, skunks. I had a skunk in my basement once. It came in to the heater vent, to the vent from my dryer, and it vents outside. And I said, "It's clogged up. I don't understand." And then I realized there's a skunk in there, so I had to tape up the thing at both ends and cut it and throw it outside. But the poor skunk, it must have thought, I got a nice warm place here, and all of a sudden I'm being jostled around and thrown out. And, damn it. But
So this guy was inside your house.
oh yeah,
Ugly didn't live in my house. He wasn't allowed in the house.
You had a separation of church and state.
Right. I also had like a few cats at the time, and I imagine they probably wouldn't have gotten along, and that would have been a very nasty scenario for the inside of my house. So,
but you really don't know what a cat'll like and not like.
Cats don't like anything.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Kill it. Is it too small? Okay. Is it too big?
Like every
I'm gonna
pussy
kick its
I
ass
already
anyway.
know.
If it's small, I'm gonna eat it. If it's big, I'm just gonna kick its ass.
And it is
Cats,
amazing.
as described by Brandon from Dick for Mary,
Yep.
the devil of music himself.
I mean, I love cats. That's probably why. Cats are pretty metal.
Yeah. Oh, they are. Absolutely.
They are very metal.
And we can talk about cats separately. I've had many cats and dogs. And
Skunks, camels.
never owned a skunk. Did have one come in the basement.
Well, I had Ugly. He lived under my porch. I considered him mine because, I fed him and petted him and and named him.
And named him. Well, there you go.
You're in a very sad state. Ugly. That's what you are.
Ugly.
You're adorable, but ugly. No, we are running out of time here for the show, so I do want to touch on this one more time. Since we do have the devil of music himself, Mr. Brendan Reagan of Dig for Mary, here with us live at the Josh Ayers Show. New album coming out.
New album coming out.
Probably be out when you hear this episode.
The new album is out.
It is out. And in case this goes up tonight or something like that in the archives, it'll be out next week.
It'll be out next week.
Which is...
Just keep looking for it.
Yeah, look, the second, third week of January, Dig for Mary, new album.
Just keep looking for it.
Google search it.
Yeah. And, it's Valentine's Day is coming up.
It's quite the gift.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Tell your significant others to go download it.
And they can do that.
And they can,
what a nice
by finding
Valentine's
links.
Day gift.
They can do that
Here
for
you go.
free.
Yeah, you can
The album is called God is a Liar.
God is a Liar by
Yes.
Dig for Mary,
By
the
Dig
devil
for
of
Mary.
music himself,
The devil
Mr.
of
Brandon
music
Reagan.
myself. Yes.
You can find him at facebook.com/Dig for Mary. They'll also be on Noise Trade. They can just search Dig for Mary.
Yes.
Cool.
And all three of the, right now all two, but if this doesn't air until next week, all three of them are there for download for free. Unless you want to tip me $1, don't do that. I don't want to take your money.
But remember, if you found him hilarious tonight on the episode, give him $1. Leave a comment. Say you were funny.
Tip me $1 if you like camels.
There you go.
Well, now everybody's going to give you. Who doesn't like a camel?
I'm gonna live like a king.
No, but Brandon, thank you so much for stopping by. Please come back more
Thank you
often,
for having
man.
me. I will certainly be here anytime you'd like.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we have almost a full open door policy to come anytime we record.
All right.
The only time we put a hex on that is if we have another guest that, wants the spotlight to themselves, which actually happens. You would think, hey, there's not dicks like that out there. But nope, there's a few of those dicks out there.
Of those dicks out there.
Yep. But
I didn't know it. See, this whole time, I could have been saying dick. I didn't know I could say dick.
Well, next time.
Next time, yes.
Hey, but thank you for hanging out for the Rocket.
No problem.
We'll see you on Blues on the Road and Rocket for America coming up soon. You can archive those from airwaves.com, AYERWAVES.com. You are listening to The Josh Ayers Show. Check us out online at facebook.com/The Under Music Show and submit your music to us at airwaves.com.